Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. This video is Live Good Now, Mark Down Food and Buy Used. Okay, I did a video, I think it was yesterday, and I mentioned if somebody lost all their money, it would be only obvious that they were accustomed to living good. And I thought, why don't I do this? I know what to do. Why don't, they used to have the saying, they're working the system. Well, women were able to meet the criteria of the welfare. I broke down and I bought some good tea. And so they could meet the criteria and they were living half decent. It's not that they were cheating, so there's no reason we can't do this. Okay, so what did I buy today marked down? Look at this. I bought this. These are expensive, but not the way I bought it. I bought this for $3.99 at Grocery Outlet. I thought, oh, yummy. This is a charcuterie board. Charcuterie board. I'm pronouncing it wrong. I got, oh goody, my favorite foods. And then I bought two things, and this was inspired by I was investigating how the people in Norway survive the winters, and part was cheese. So this I got this for I think about $1.99, and I got this for about $1.49. So cheese. And then I have Dollar Tree crackers, because I'm going to be spreading them with some cheese. And then I want to make myself a tasty little vegetable salad to go with it. Okay, so look what I bought. I got two of these. This is mango citrus candle. So $4 for two, Grocery Outlet. I go, such a deal. Okay, so now let's, I want to show you, I bought these for 5 million views. I will show you. When I get 10 million views, I'll buy myself some more Tea Party stuff. I'm so glad I bought these. I never get buyer's remorse. I think these are made in France. Ooh la la. Look how pretty. Okay, so we will have this one. Okay, now let's start out with the salad. All right. So I'm going to be doing this. I thought, we can't wait for the end of this inflationary period to live good, because it could last a while. It could last quite a while, actually. So celery is good with cheese. So I'll just make little bites of different kinds of cheese. And then I have a carrot. That is tasty as well. Oh, let's see, what did I do with the peeler? So I'll have a carrot, some carrot sticks. I eat veggies, you guys just don't see me do it. And then the second part of this is buy used. So, okay, see this lovely blouse? Okay, I asked the people, I go, what's going on? Did you guys get a pallet of stuff? Because I bought clothes, I think it was yesterday, I bought 3 shirts, and I thought, go back there right now and see if they have any other clothes marked down. So the clothes were between $5 and $6.50. So this blouse probably cost me $3.50. So I don't know Truthfully, I haven't been buying clothes much this year. So I bought 5 shirts, 1 sweater, and a sweater, and then I finally found tomatoes. So that was wonderful. Okay, so the lettuce was good too. That's another thing. Kind of crappy lettuce and crappy tomatoes does not a good salad make. So I got a pretty big bag too of decent tomatoes. I think they were about $2.99 for about 9 tomatoes. That's cheap. I do one carnivore meal, and so when I am doing the carnivore meal, I don't eat veggies, but I do eat veggies, during the day sometimes. Today I had the Augustus Caesar meal. It was sardines, a grilled cheese sandwich, and some fig cookies. Not my favorite, but my common sense tells me that's a good way to choke down the sardines. I also eat sardines and potato chips, but I think the grilled cheese sandwich option is a better option, healthier. So what I'm going to be doing is I have food storage. A majority of the food storage is, so here's my assortment of veggies. It could be any veggies. You only need 3. For some reason, I have a lot, I was having a problem finding veggies. All right, I'm going to put it on this side so it doesn't block my lovely flowers. And I will eat these, but not right now. Now let me see if I can find salad dressing. That would be super duper. Aha. I just bought blue cheese salad dressing. I think what I'll be doing is buying 1 salad dressing a month. Okay, so I bought this pimento spread for $1.49. And then you get the little cup, grocery outlet. The sooner we learn, I love this stuff. The sooner we learn the discount shopping, the better off. I think a lot of people are running out of money because they're not buying drastically reduced food. I buy chicken. Okay, the chicken that I generally buy is not the most high quality, but I can buy high quality. I can just work around in Ralph's. So this stuff is very pleasant. Celery bites. And then let's try this. I already tried a little bit of this. This is plant cheese spread. Okay, they want us to move towards vegetarian stuff, but weirdly, it's not cheap. This stuff was like $6.99 if you didn't get it on sale. All right, so it's looking good. And so I have been like just buying 1 or 2 veggies. Like it's time for my celery to be eaten or pickled. So here's my salad. All right. I need some cookie sheet. Okay, so you could just, what I will do is I will freeze all this. Usually when you're getting a fabulous deal, it's about to to expire. So what I do is I just put everything straight into the freezer, not the olives. Personally, I can do away with a lot of olives. Oh, I love good olives. And also, ooh, it smells so good. These little Cheerio things are bread. Take a look at this. I will try one. So, okay, so I don't know how many days this will last me, but this is quite a bit of food. I will freeze the meat. I bought extra toothpicks because, you know, if Canada gets mad at us and won't give us any wood. All right, let me taste these. This is why I have crackers. Oh, so good. So, you know, maybe you're not a tycoon. That is okay. All right, let's have one with some salami. I love this stuff. Actually, I think I could have both of them on my one cracker. This stuff is really, it won't take me long to polish off. I love good deli meat. You guys probably do too. Say, okay, you know, I have to adjust to reality. You know, yeah, there's lots of good things. I bet these olives are delicious. Let me try. Oh my God. They're sweet and spicy. You know, I don't know how many meals this is, but this is, and then, you know, you get, now remember, 2 of these is an apricot, so you get 1, 2, 3.5 apricots, so you have some dry fruit. And then I'll put a couple of these little cracker things. These are like tea parties. You can get so full eating these little bites of food and be in so much heaven while doing it. So I buy all kinds of fabulous markdowns at, I bought the heavy cream at Ralph's, you know, and just start learning to do this little by little. And so I am going to be stepping my game up a little bit. If a rich person lost all of their money, they probably wouldn't be eating Spam when they could eat this. You know, I used to work in these shops, and, you know, I'd be doing all this creative stuff, and they go, is this a serious job for you? Hello? That's creative. Okay, now. All right, so I bought 5 blouses. Now this is buy stuff used. This is a nicer blouse than I ever buy new. I bought 5 blouses, a sweater, coat, and sweater, and I bought 1 crown for Christmas because they look so pretty around the house. And I went to grocery outlet. I bought 2 candles and 2 soft cheeses, a strawberry yogurt, and charcutier board. Okay, I spent $12.56 and I saved $31.20. Then when I was at I bought some nice stuff today. I bought these sunglasses for $1.99. I go, $1.99? I'll take them. And then I bought this really nice leather coin purse. Unbranded, but it's real leather. You can keep your keys. Then I bought this. This is a really good wallet. It's all leather. And it's made in India. Change purse on the back. I think I paid like $3.99. And then I bought this awesome little purse. This is the kind of stuff I sell. But it has, I don't know what the brand is, but this is really nice. And look at the latch. And it's got a little chain. I have to go and get a few repairs. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if part of the chain is missing, but look how pretty. So that is what I bought. Mostly the sunglasses because it's already getting sunny to the point that it's intolerable. All right, am I going to be suffering? Absolutely not. I have never noticed these before. But now that I have, I will be buying them. All right. So, I've been studying Norway, what they store, because it was said 1 out of 4 years was a famine back when. Okay? And that is why they have a small population, because the worst would happen, you know? So the main thing they're storing, I put, the main thing is flour. And I thought, you know, you're not taking this flour food storage seriously enough. So I'm just going to talk about the things I located. Number 2 thing is canned fish. Fish is full of amines, and so I do have fish, but every few days I'm just going to buy some tuna. Clams and oysters are $3 a can now when I find them. Big cans of salmon. So canned fish, cheese, and yogurt. I do eat a lot of cheese and yogurt, but I don't think of it as a survival food, but actually it is, if you really, really think about it. And like I can go to grocery outlet and then bread and cheese. The Oslo diet was salad. That's why I added the salad. Sandwich, they eat open-faced sandwiches for breakfast. That's not a bad idea, with fish. That doesn't rock my boat, but you know, I am trying to make myself eat sardines, and I am trying to make my way back to the gym milk. Yes, I drink that, and a piece of fruit. Okay. 2 of these is a piece of fruit. That's the Oslo diet. That was designed by Dr. Oslo to keep the Norway children from starving. They've suffered a lot of hardship. So I've been doing research on them, and it's very hard. Porridge and cereal and soup. And then root vegetables like potatoes, beets, cabbage, carrots and celery, and turnips. I know the Oslo diet was turnips. I think it was parsnips, apples, and then tuna. So I put a star by tuna, salmon, and then pickles and pickled fish, and like cod. Pasta is expensive for the good stuff. So what I did a while back is when the good stuff was on sale, like at Ralph's, I pick up a couple. Rice, meat, poultry, dairy, and they're big on cocoa, like hot chocolate, which makes sense if it's a cold climate. So I have at least done that right. I stockpile quite a bit of cocoa powder too. Cocoa powder is not exactly the same as like chocolate chips or a chocolate bar. And I gave you my most delicious chocolate chip cookie recipe. And then they have a very short growing season and they grow like crazy from seeds. And I said, you are going to do that. I have all kinds of seeds. I will buy, I don't know if it was my dirt. And I thought, no more dirt from the mountains. I do have potting soil and I will buy more and I will just dig trenches where I plan on planting the seeds and I will use potting soil. Sauerkraut, fish balls. I already gave you the fish ball recipe. Let me give it to you again. I'm trying to keep all the recipes in here. Salmon balls, debone and chop onion, 1 egg, 2 slices of bread for breadcrumbs, salt, pepper, garlic, and 2 tablespoons mayo, and then they fry them in oil. What is this? I'll give you the other one. Oh, this is how to make the butter or the sour cream. Also, they're big on butter and dairy there. Well, it's a cold climate. Fish balls, and I put a star by sardines. I thought, yeah, I'm going to be eating them every other day for the rest of my life. They don't gag me as much as they used to, but I don't love them. But on the other hand, one of the men at the gym told me, my doctor told me, if I don't want Alzheimer's, walk 45 minutes a day. I thought, I don't want it either. I do Get Fit with Rick. I go, you're going to do it, and you're going to do it every day. Get Fit with Rick, 10,000 steps indoor walking. Or I can walk at the gym, but I don't want to walk at the gym, so I want to walk at home. Chicken and beans. Okay, now this is interesting. Canned food was invented by the French. Nicolas Appert, 1749 to 1841, a French chef. Now that was a pretty long lifespan, but it was like a big innovation in food storage. So figure, okay, we left the cavemen at 1500 BC, and by 1700 after, we finally came up with canned food. So that was huge progress in that 3,000 years compared to the caveman. And they're saying what really kind of wiped out the cavemen was 2 ice ages. And then that is why it is so good to look at these Norwegians people. And okay, what we notice now in the wars, they knocked the power out. Or like Canadians' threat to us is we'll cut your electricity. So if I was in New York or any of those places, I would make sure that I was prepared for a power outage. They're probably just trying to scare us, but you never know what anyone might do at this time. All right, so think about these. Now, what are these things called? These charcuterie boards, charcuterie boards. Okay, you can make them by scratch. 3 cheeses, 3 meats, and 3 starches with 3 accompaniments, which would be fruit, nuts, dips, jams. And what I do is I try to buy pretty much all storable food. I'm used to eating it. I just add the fresh food. And so if something happens, I'm not going to suffer horrible hardship because I'm used to doing this. That's the whole idea there. Okay, that's that. We're going to start living good right now. what I think the thing to do is if you've ever lived good, go back to doing what you did then as much as you possibly can. Or if you watch videos, that's helpful too. All right, I got back to now YouTube videos that I want to recommend you guys. I'm not doing this because I'm looking for a shout out. I don't need a shout out. I'm doing fine after 12 long years. Someone said, you should have more views. I thought, yeah, because I don't buy my views. All right. A Day, Both Bad and Good by Elder Girl. This is the lady from California that has moved to France. And it's very exciting, and I enjoy these videos. Now, in the same city is a man who moved to southern France. I wouldn't choose France myself because I would be afraid, well, I don't know the real reason, I'd be afraid Russia would bomb either France or Germany. But that's just me. My first video, I moved to south of France per Beganant, I don't know how to pronounce it, in my 60s, just the expat. So that is a person who moves around in places, maybe not permanently. So here's the two French. I would move to Canada myself. Canada is not cheap. Canada doesn't want you unless you have like $500,000, something like that. But if we become the 51st state, but my goal is to go north towards Canada, but actually for safety from the Grand Solar Minimum, where I live in Southern California, or if you move to Mexico, which is New Mexico, which is remote, it's the closest in the U.S. that you can move to the equator. So you can think about that too. Where I live in San Diego is very, very expensive. But this is going back to working the system. I knew there was a way to get Kaiser insurance for free, and I kept bugging my son, and he kept going, I can't find it. So he found it. So I have Kaiser insurance, and so I had it, and then when my age changed, they go, you better change this, or next time you're going to have to pay $300 or something for an MRI. And I'm going, at a time like this, I'll pay it. But anyway, we finally got that, and then I finally got a senior dental plan. And so it was very scary to me, because if any of you have had a lousy dentist, anyway, so we discovered a really good, I've had lousy dentists and I've had really good dentists, so I knew the difference. So what happened is we found a really good dentist that takes my insurance. So California is expensive, but it has the best social services. Like if God forbid you should need them, or if you should be a senior. Here where I live, if you did need the food pantries, there are multiple food pantries by the day that you can go to, and most of them are you don't have to have a very low income. There's no questions asked. They do like to see a driver's license, probably to make sure you're a citizen. And I did go to the food pantry a couple times that I showed you guys, but I can go to Ralph's and I can buy produce for $1 a bag. So maybe like between $3 and $5, I can buy all the produce I possibly need for a week. And then what I do is I stockpile. I think your best bet is canned food. I want to call your attention to this list, which I'm going to give to you. For life and death, look at this Norway stockpile thing. I think that is a really good approach. 1 in 4 years, there would be a famine. what happened is it would be cold, so there would be crop failure. And so another thing, you know, you're probably thinking yesterday the video on the 3 days of darkness was stupid. It's not going to be stupid if the power is knocked out. So what we want to do now, not panic, just make a few provisions for a power outage. Mainly food and water, and then if it's really cold, if it's unsurvivable heat, you have to figure out. This is why, in my mind, a car is so important, so you can evacuate at the first sign of trouble. And then right now, I want to mention this too. I've been through a lot of, this is a recession. The most important thing is cash money. One time, the cash was very tight. It was a long time ago. It was 40 years ago. I was married to my husband. And you could buy assumable loans. So this guy was trying to get, he had, I think, inherited the house. So I went to the bank and I had $3,500 in there. And the only reason I had it is because I threatened to divorce my ex-husband. So I wanted, it was Friday night, I wanted to get that money. They would not give it to me. I had to get my dad down there and we finally got it. I put it in the purse. I went to look at the house and I told the guy, I was the only one there with any cash. I could give you $3,500 right now. And he looked at his wife and he said, you know, the kids want to go to Disneyland. And so I got the house right then and there. And that was very little money. Hopefully, it would never go back to that, but there are many times I was the only one who could cash a paycheck. There was times that I worked in salons that the banks wouldn't take our checks, wouldn't cash them. I was rejected by one of the credit unions. I go, what do you mean? I'm part of this credit union. So then they sent me by mail, okay, we've unrejected you because of the salon. There was a bank and there was the salon. I don't know if it was the employees. It was probably, it was a shady salon. So what we want to do now is we just, hopefully, if we have stockpile food, we can just like eat our food down. But if you didn't, you can just eat your food down as best you can. I mean, if you need some lettuce or some bread, and then save your money to buy a big haul, just like the clothes. You know, I'm so glad I went there and I got enough shirts. Shirts are a problem. I don't want to pay $20, $30 for a t-shirt that I fry food in grease, you know, when I wear, or I go to the gym. And actually the gym hasn't been too destructive, but those are the two things I wear my clothes for. So I'm going to be doing some of these videos, and please and go to the people from France and subscribe. The one guy's doing fabulously. See you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye.